Welcome back. I hope that you've been learning valuable lessons so far. Now we'll be getting into page development. We're getting into developing our pages one by one. In this course, I'll be building a home page, an about page, a contact page, and a blog page. Some very important pages you find that are common pages you find in most websites. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build the home page. This is the WordPress dashboard, which I know by now you're familiar with. You come to pages, you can quickly add a new page here, or just for now, let's click on pages to take us to the pages interface. Now, I'll be deleting these two pages that are default pages that come with WordPress, these two, privacy policy and sample page. Remember, we'll build this coming soon page ourselves. And from the last video, you saw how we set this coming soon page as the front page. So I'll check these two, and then I'll click on bulk actions and click on move to trash and then apply. It immediately removes those two pages. Now I want to add a new page. So like I said, I like opening my tabs in a new one so I can always come back to the WordPress dashboard. So I'll click on open link in a new tab. I want to add a new page. So I want to call this the home page, so I'll call this home, which is the standard practice. And I want to click edit with Elementor because I want to work with Elementor. Okay, so this is the Elementor interface. And the first thing I want to do is I want to make this a full width, that's extending from left to right to fill in the whole screen. So I'll click on settings, I'll come to page layout, set Elementor full width. Now we'll be building our home page. I have created written a content for the home page, which we'll be using on the page, like write up for the home page. So let's get right into it. First things first, I want to have a hero. Now a hero is something like this. So you want to click this add new section and select your structure. So I want to select this one. See, as soon as we click on this, like I was showing in earlier videos, in the earlier video when we were building the landing page, you see that as soon as we created this, by your left hand side, the interface changes, saying that you have selected a section. Now edit it, work on this section you have selected. So I'll come to edit section and I'll click on style first. I want to have a picture background. So I'll click on classic and then I'll say choose image. So let's use something simple. We could use this. We could use any of them. So let's just use one of them. Any picture. Click on select. Let me quickly advise that for your website, use top quality images. I get my images from Pexels on Splash. They are free images, but they are top quality, like high pixel pictures for your sites. So I have chosen this image and I want it to be full, and I want the position to be center. I want it to be default attachment. I don't want it to repeat, so I'll say no repeat. Display size, I want it to cover. Now you see the effects of some of these things. But then I want it to have some margin and padding, so I'll come to advanced and then I will increase the padding for top and bottom. I like to use the EM. There are different types. You can use the pixels, you can use the percentage, you can use rem, VW, but I like to use the EM because it makes it quicker. Now I will give it a 10 EM, better still, let's do a 20 and 20 top and 20 bottom. I don't think this is small, but let me do 23 top and 23 bottom. Now let's go back to this. The reason why I made this cover, we can test it. I did this center. I can use top center. See that the image goes down, showing that you want the top to be showing much more. But I use center because I want the image to be at the center. Now I don't want it to be attached. I will show you how to do that. Now if I set it to fixed, you will notice that as I scroll, the image remains the same, but I want it to scroll, which was default also. I want it to scroll as I'm scrolling, like the image to scroll as I'm scrolling. So I'll just leave this as default. Now repeat. Some images are small. So if you don't set them to no repeat, it means that the image will display multiple times on the section, and I don't want that to happen. If the image was small and I didn't set this to no repeat, you see that the image will display like 3-4 times on this section, which is not a good practice. Now the reason why I said display cover, you see, if I set to auto, watch how the image covers everywhere. I don't want this to be the case. I also don't want it to contain it. Look at how small it looks. It doesn't look good. Then you can also set custom. I can make the width, I can reduce the width, I can increase it, but I want it to cover, to just be perfect. Cover it makes it feel perfect. Okay, so I want to, for this section, I want to bring in text. So I'll bring in a heading, just say welcome to Noteboard group. Yeah, I want to set this. Mind you, the font type we'll be using for this course is what I call Poppins. So set typography to be Poppins. Yeah, I want to increase the size of this. Like I said, I like using EM. I'll do 4. Then I want to break this. I want Tinagot group to come down. So just write a bit of HTML code here to break it down. Then I want it to have some space. So I want to increase my line height a little bit. Then I want to make it bolder. So I'll do 700. Maybe just do this 5. Okay. So I think this is okay. Then I want to add a little text just underneath. So I will bring in text editor just below it. Remember, as I'm dragging it, if I didn't drop this with it, if it's not showing me this pinkish sign, means it is not ready to drop. So if I do it to go back, but if I drop it and it's saying okay, you can drop it under here or above it, I want to drop it under it. So I just drop it here. Say okay, edit me now. So I'll say specialized web developers. And I want it to be white, the font color to be white, and obviously I want to use Poppins. We'll be using Poppins all through. Okay, so I don't want this picture to, it seems like this whitish, the picture is not making the white come out clearly, so I guess I'll have to revert to a top center, or let's do bottom center. No, let's do top center. Yeah, then I want to take this up. We can still do center. Then I will just increase the margin top. Let's say I do 13, just so that my text will come up, or you can even do 23. Okay, so this text is not clear because of the picture in the background. So I want to bring this, I would like to shift this top. So I want to reduce the padding top. Let's do 13 for now. And then we can increase the margin of this bottom just to shift this picture down. So it's quick to point out that margin means you want to edit outside a section you have clicked on. So I want to edit give the space in the bottom of this. So you see what will happens. You can see that I am putting the space around this selected section. If I want to increase padding of this section, it will be working inside. Now see what happens when I work on the padding. You can notice that what's happening is the spacing is inside this section, but for margin it is outside the selected section. So I also want to reduce the padding button. Now at least this is clear and anyone can read this, which is what I wanted to achieve. So I think we can leave it like this. I think this works. So we have, this is what we call the hero section of the hero of a website. In many websites, this is like the first page you hit. I mean, this is the first section you hit when you visit a website. It's a very common practice. Now that we've achieved that, let's come down and create another section. I want to write a little about us. So I will click select. I'll select to structure because I want to achieve a picture by the right or a picture by the left and text by the right. Just watch how I do this. In fact, let me just create all the section and you just follow along. So what I'm trying to achieve here is just to create a little snippet of the about us. Now, what this will do is to enable readers see a little about us and take them to an about us that will be building in later videos. Now I'll copy some text from here. Let me just quickly do this. Copy just a little snippet. I want to put all of them. And yeah, that's what we want to achieve. So style this, make it black, using black and white, typography, less poppings. Yeah, this is what I wanted to achieve. I want to give my picture a little styling, border radius of like 7. Okay, styled. Okay, so let's do an EM here. Let's do 2. Then I want to bring a read more button, so I will search for button here. Just bring it down. It's a simple button. Now just say read more. Style it black. Of course, typography is poppins. Let me just do 1. I think it's bold enough. So okay, so this is how our page is coming up. I think we are getting somewhere, building a very simple home page. Going to give it a little more space stop to give it allowances. Then I want to increase the space between this picture and this text. So I'll come into this section and you guess right, I'll give it padding because I want to work, give it space within that section. So I'll give it some padding to the left, some space to the right. Sorry. Okay, so we have given space from the space the picture, space the text from the picture. And this is how it looks. I think we are doing something beautiful. Yeah, so for now we've created a small snippet. So the idea is anyone clicks this, it takes them to the about page. For now, let's just set the URL so that when we build it, it works. So I'll just copy, I want to copy this and then paste it here. And then just name it about, since we'll be calling that page an about page. So this is good to go. The next section I want to build is, I want to quickly say, why should you choose this brand? These are some of the things that you can put on your homepage. This is what I want to do. And mind you, you can duplicate this. You can simply duplicate this and just work on what you want to work on. For me, I will just duplicate this, delete this section because what I need is just the text. Delete these two and delete this also. Say why choose us. Get an exclamation mark. And then I want to bring some of this right up. This. So there are 4. So I'll just create 4 sections. And then I want to give this some space to the top. Yeah, and I'll just start all the boxes with the background of black. Give it my border radius of 7. And I want to, it says experience. So I will search for something because I want to put an icon and a header. So I will search for an icon. I see this icon box. So I want to use this, bring it down here. And I don't want to have the text, I just want a few header. So I will choose, copy this experience. Let me call this experience. Then what kind of icon? You can use icons for your website. You see the, let's say we use badge. Let's see, just something that speaks to the text you want to. I think I'll use this graduate. So just to depict experience, and I want to style this icon. I want to give it the color of white, then the content also white, and typography poppins. Then I want to give this section some padding because I want space inside my box. So click on this to link all the values. I think I'm good with this. Let's just do 1. Yeah, and I want some space to the right and left of my box. So I'll work on the margin section and I'll say space 1 to the right and 1 to the left. Now I can simply duplicate this into 4 places rather than having to create it 4 times, which makes WordPress easier. You can duplicate this 1, 2, 3. Then I just delete these empty boxes. Yeah, so it's just to begin to copy them. The next one says custom solutions, so I'll copy this and paste it. We'll change the icons later. Now let's copy the text. Results driven, copy this and I paste it. Then copy the last one, which is support, copy and paste. Okay, so let's work on their icons. Let's use tools for support just to show that always ready to help. Results driven, we can use, you can look for suitable one for the, so we don't take more time in this course. Let's just pick some random. Custom solutions, can use a cart. Mind you can use anything. These are just, I just picked this for this course. Now I can work on a box and have the style work on everyone. Just watch what happens here. If I give this a sizing of, let's say 25 or 35, and I copy this and I come here and I say paste style, what will happen is this is just exactly the way I wanted it here. Do the same for here, paste style, and I can also do the same for the box. I can say give me 2 padding each for all of them, and I copy this and I say paste style, and I say paste style. Now you see that what is happening is as I copied this, as I'm pasting the style that was applicable here now begin to affect all of them. WordPress is easier, and this is just why. Now I don't like this space in the bottom, so I want to increase it. I want to reduce it in the bottom, so I'll check this and reduce my bottom size. Let's just say 1. Copy, paste style, paste style, paste style. Still didn't reduce. I want to reduce it even much more. Paste style. Yeah, I think I'm getting where I need now. Paste style and paste style. Okay, so we've gotten a white chooser section. The final section, just so this video is not too long, is I'll just write a little snippet about the services we render, just a little about this text. That will just quickly do some customization. So I'll copy this section and I will paste it down here, and then I will say our services. But for this section, I want, since this section has the picture on the left and the right up on the right, I want it to be inverse here. So I want it like this. So rather than this space to the left here, I want it to the right. So I'll say instead of left, give me to the right. Then I want my picture to be different, so I choose a different image. Then I want this. Then I want to have some of these services listed. I will come to the Elementor widget panel and search for icon list. See it, icon list. I just want to list some of the items. So I'll style this quickly. Icon should be black. I want my text to be black also. And I want the product to be popping, of course. And I want it to give me 1.1 EM. Now some of the services listed here is the one web design. So copy this. Also, I have web development. This is just dummy text. Now I want my icons to be the same, so I don't want this to remove this, and I will duplicate this again because there are 3 services. Also, there's content creation. We can list as many as we want to. Then we have digital marketing and SEO. I think I'll just list 5 for now, so we don't take too much. You can list as many as you want there, and you can create this however you like. This is just how I want to create this for this course. You can tweak so many things. Let me use this instead. I'll just stop here for now. You can come to this widget section and try so many things. There are so many things you can add here. You can add map, which you'll be using later. There's a lot you can add. There's a lot and a lot. Just play with this in your free time. Now I'll call this C or services, just to take them to the full services page if we have it. For this course, we'll not be building it, but if we have it, you can just, so that they can read more, because you want to have a proper breakdown of all your services and explain to users. But for this course, we'll not be building a services page, but this is just a button to guide them, to take them to that services page. Can leave this for now. I can just call this, we can leave this as hash since we'll not be using it. Then I want to give it some space, because if you close this panel now, you see that everything seems to be sitting to the bottom. So we'll give this some margin to the bottom also. Let's do 5, so that let's do 5. So that it sits like this. I want it to have some space bottom. Let's do 10, so it looks, I think this is fine. In future videos, I'll show you how to create a footer. We'll get there. You understand what footer means. A footer is just like the base or the bottom, like it's called footer of your website. We'll build that in later videos, but this is simply how to build your homepage. You can be creative, you can add more things, you can add a contact section, you can add a lot of things, testimonials to the homepage. You can add videos, pictures, just snippets. But the homepage is more like a summary of everything about your site. So just something that a first-time visitor can hit and get quickly acquainted with what you do, or what your brand does, or what you do at your organization. So let's publish this. If you don't publish this, it means everything you've done, you lose it. So it's saying your page is live, and then you can preview changes just to see how it looks. So this is how the homepage looks now. Yeah. So I hope you've learned some valuable lessons. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.